Hello everyone, welcome to Mastermind. Today let us learn more about previous year question papers of UPSC and let us learn some crucial concepts that could be asked in this year's examination of KS prelims that will be held on December 29th. Let us get started now. Which one of the following best describes the concept of small farmer large field? This question can be asked as it is, so please pay attention. Resettlement of a large number of people uprooted from their countries due to war by giving them a large cultivable land which they cultivate collectively and share the produce. No, this is not the concept because resettlement is not the core concept of small farmer large field. The option C says many marginal farmers in an area together make a contract with a corporate body and surrender their land to the corporate body for a fixed term for which the corporate body makes a payment of the agreed amount to the farmers. This is contract farming. This is nothing but contract farming. So this is happening at a larger magnitude. So this is nothing but contract farming. Option D says a company extends loans, technical knowledge, and material inputs to a number of small farmers in an area so that they produce the agricultural commodity required by the company for its manufacturing process and commercial production. Again, even this is another variant of contract farming. So here the only option that is left is option B. Many marginal farmers in an area organize themselves into groups and synchronize and harmonize selected agricultural operations. Yes, and this particular concept it originated in Vietnam. What happens usually marginal farmers who have very small land holdings, who have totally small land holdings, they come together and they operate as a single unit. When they start operating as a single unit, all the agricultural and other operations that are related to producing the crops will get synchronized. As a result, there will be more productivity, and also at the time of harvesting and selling the produce, all the farmers will collectively bargain with the buyer. So when this happens, the bargaining power of the farmers increase, and at the same time, the produce as well as the laborious tasks that are involved in producing the crops they get minimized or decreased. So this is a very important, and this concept is gaining momentum in the recent past. That's why this was asked in UPSC 2023. So this could be again asked in this year's KPSC prelims. That's why I'm including this question. So please refer to this question and also note down all these points. So according to this, many marginal farmers, they in an area, they organize themselves into groups. The areas are grouped to form a bigger unit, and then they synchronize and harmonize their agricultural operations, and this particular concept originated in Vietnam. Second question says, consider the following statements. The government of India provides minimum support for Niger seeds. Niger is cultivated as a kharif crop. Some tribal people in India use Niger seeds oil for cooking. So here, even if you don't know 1 and 2, here the statement 3 involves some. Usually when the statement starts with some, it has to be, most of the times it will be true. So you can usually say that this particular is true. Okay, 90% chances that when a statement starts with the word some, it will be true. So even if you go by that particular concept and mark this as true, you will eliminate none. So you will be left with 3. So, and if you have read the Mastermind series of articles, then you will be knowing minimum support price is being given for Niger seeds, that is Gizotia abyssinica. Gizotia abyssinica. And it is also a kharif crop. So therefore, the right option here is option C, all 3. The government of India announces minimum support price before the sowing season. Very, very important. You have to note it down. Before the sowing season, not after. Before the sowing season for about 24 crops. For 24 crops, and of these 24 crops, even Niger seeds are involved. Even Niger seeds are given MSP. Niger is cultivated as a kharif crop. This is a factual information. You have to remember this. And some tribal people in India use Niger seed oil for cooking as well. So you have to note down all these points. Third question says, consider the investments in the following assets: brand recognition, inventory, intellectual property, mailing list of clients. How many of the above are considered intangible investments? So first of all, you have to understand the question here. What is the meaning of intangible? Intangible is which is non-physical, or which cannot be usually measured. so which cannot be usually measured. So apply this principle here. Can brand recognition be measured? No, brand recognition cannot be measured. So it becomes intangible. Can intellectual property be measured? No, it cannot be measured. Mailing list of clients is non-physical asset. Non-physical asset. However, inventory. So inventory can be measured. How many goods of this year are remaining? That forms inventory. Therefore, inventory there is tangible. That is, it can be measured and it has physical existence or it is in physical form. Therefore, inventory becomes tangible investment while brand recognition, intellectual property and mailing list of clients, they are intangible or non-physical investments. Mailing list of clients also it comes under in UPSC. Most of the candidates got confused about mailing list of clients, whether it is tangible or intangible. You have to remember the question will appear as it is in the examination. If at all they want to give this question, it will come as it is. So please note it down that mailing list of clients is an intangible investment, not tangible. Therefore, the right option here is option C, only 3. Fourth question says, consider the following: demographic performance, forest and ecology, governance reform, stable government, tax and fiscal efforts. For the horizontal tax devolution, the 15th Finance Commission used how many of the above as criteria other than population, area, and income distance? So, other than population, area, and then income distance, how many of the above were used? So, the 15th Finance Commission used demographic performance, and then it used forest and ecology, and then it used tax and fiscal efforts. Therefore, the right option is option B, only 3. It did not use governance reforms and stable government. So, demographic performance, forest and ecology, and tax and fiscal efforts were used by the 15th Finance Commission. 15th Finance Commission was headed by N.K. Singh and it gave its recommendations for the years 2021 to 26. So please look at the graph over here. Look at this graph. So here you can see the 15th Finance Commission included population and the weightage was 15%, area 15%, forest and ecology 10%, income district 45%, very very important. And 15th Finance Commission included two new parameters known as demographic performance 12.5% and tax effort 2.5%. Tax effort 2.5%. Tax and fiscal efforts. So this is very important and even the weightage is very important. Highest weightage is given for income distance. Highest weightage is given for income distance, which is 45%. In the 14th Finance Commission, it was 50%, but now it has become 45%. And then the lowest is for tax and fiscal efforts, which is 2.5%. So very, very important. Let us write it down. So the population has 15% weightage, while the area also has 15%, income distance has 45%, demographic performance has 12.5%, and then forest and ecology has 10%, tax and fiscal efforts have 2.5%. So the highest is income distance while the lowest is tax and fiscal efforts. Very, very important. You can expect, and I am 90% sure there will be one question on 15th Finance Commission or 16th Finance Commission or 14th Finance Commission or Finance Commission in particular. So please note it down. Last question for the day. Consider the following infrastructure sectors: affordable housing, mass rapid transport, healthcare, renewable energy. On how many of the above does UNOPS Sustainable Investments in Infrastructure and Innovation Initiative, that is S3I initiative, focus for its investments? So here it focuses on affordable housing, healthcare and renewable energy. Therefore, the right option is option C, only 3. UNOPS means UN Office for Project Services. UN Office for Project Services, and the UNOPS Sustainable Investments in Infrastructure and Innovation. S3I means Sustainable Investments in Infrastructure and Innovation. One I, second I, and third I. Therefore, S3I initiative it is called as. So, it is for the development of infrastructure. It focuses on sustainable infrastructure development by supporting investments in critical sectors. It prioritizes areas that contribute to sustainable developmental goals and it focuses on affordable housing. Affordable housing is a major area of focus addressing the global housing shortage, particularly in the developing countries, while healthcare investments in health infrastructure, including hospitals and clinics, are critical for improving public health outcomes. And then renewable energy is very important for promoting renewable energy infrastructure, and it aligns with the global need for sustainable energy and the transition away from fossil fuels. Mass rapid transport is not one of the critical points, or it is not included in the S3I. Thus, the S3I initiative targets only three sectors: affordable housing, healthcare, and renewable energy. Only three.